I just wanted to show you how to use our Sashiko stencil. This one is a traditional Japanese pattern called Bishamon. I'm not Japanese, so I'm sorry about my pronunciation there, but it's basically supposed to mimic little shields. So when you have the overall pattern, you're going to have a whole lot of circles. So I'm just going to show you how to use this to create an overall repeating pattern. First, I'm just going to line up my fabric how I want it with the stencil. Figure that out, and which direction, paying attention to which direction you want it to go. I'm going to show you straight up and down just so it's a little more straightforward for you. So I'm going to take my marking pencil. I'm using the Roxanne silver pencil for this one, and I'm just marking in all of my lines, making sure to go from the very beginning to the very end. That one I missed some. Just filling in all of the lines. This pencil works really nicely. Okay, so you can see I have all of my lines filled out. Now to continue the stencil, I'm just going to use my marking lines. I can see them through the stencil. See how it's kind of overlapping a little bit? Just one row. And I can see it's overlapping. I'm going to try and line it up inside of there as best I can. All right, and then just continue and fill in the other lines that aren't marked. So this is what I'm going to do, however much fabric I want to mark with my stencil. I can just keep picking it up and realigning it using the last few marks I made. So like if I wanted to go this way, I'm lining it up there at the very end. I can still see my lines of stitching in there. I could go all the way off the fabric if I want to, or I could stop a little in, depends what you're using it for. Okay, just pick it up and line it up on the next one. I didn't have any lines here to use to make sure I got it right. I have one line here that I can easily see, but let's get that in the camera. But because I just want to make sure that I'm doing it all right, so I'm going to go down here to line it up. Just because I have more points of reference. I want to make sure it's all straight. It doesn't really have to be super duper straight. This is fabric and hand stitching, so there's going to be error just built into that process, but I'm going to try and get it as nice as possible. All right. Oh, I can see I missed one right here. But I can easily just figure out what I missed. Line up the stencil again. Put in the lines. All right, so can you see the overall repeating pattern and how you can just keep going and building out with that? I hope that helps.